Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday night live stream on the Radical Geek YouTube channel. Uh, wow, I see plenty of people in here. Well, my chat is not showing all the way at the very beginning, so if you missed it, uh, at the beginning of the chat, Renee shared before this was uh, ready to play a lovely story about her father and Jamaican Blue Coffee. So I hope that you get a chance to read that, and I hope Renee gets to join us later this evening. Maybe she'll repeat that story for us because I was pretty moved about that. So let's see who is here. We've got Carrie here with 289 days, no coffee or caffeine. Man, you're just killing that accomplishment. And Jackie, who might not be able to hang around, uh, picking up things in Michigan. But I'm glad you got to stop in and say hello. And Sharon is here. A Bluegrass Girl has joined us. Uh, let's see. Jen is here. And by the way, Jen has her own new YouTube channel and it's pretty awesome. If you haven't seen some of the daily uh, videos that Jen has posted over on Facebook, the YouTube is that same awesome quality with the great information. It's really nice. I find it very inspiring. So looking forward to that channel growing. So let's see. An exchange student too is here, and Rick Wynn is here. Hello, and Jennifer is here. Let's see, Hoofing it. Oh, hey, good night. Oh, don't worry about the 499. I told the giver of our 500 person giveaway that I was short like 3 people, and they said just do it. So we're hoping that it'll push it over the edge, though. That'll be nice. So let's see. And Lisa has joined us. Good to see. Oh, and then another big jump. So let's see. Well, I'm sure we'll catch more people. Oh, there's Hungry Heath. So that means the warden should be joining us soon as well. And Stacy has joined us. So first things first, friends, let's make some coffee. You know, I'm looking for the coffee. And we'll talk about facts and stuff later as we go through, and I'll show you giveaway stuff, but let's get it brewing. This is my Jamaican Blue Coffee. Straight out of the grinder over here. And I've got my water holding at 196 degrees. Okay, a little more. It smells nice. It's a little bit tangy on the nose. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but whereas sometimes the coffees have a chocolate or a nutty smell, this one's a little bit more on the flowery, citrusy side on the smell, if that's such a thing. Dig my little hole, and let's go ahead and do a bloom. As you recall, when we do pour overs, you always do just a little bit to moist the ground, to make the grounds wet and expand. So we'll get that going and let that go for about 30 seconds, and then we will start topping it off. Oh yeah, oh. See, Jennifer has there's lots of YouTubers on this channel, so definitely throw out the names of your YouTube channels. I know we can't do the links, and honestly, I don't know where my moderators are. Well, actually, I believe Shauna is scrapbooking this weekend. And I believe Attila's supposed to join us, but we've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff lately, so I have no idea if he's made it yet or not, or working on it. They'll get here, and, well, I have my mouse so I can take any important actions we need. But, yeah, and Carrie affirms that some coffees have a floral note. I just couldn't remember if that was the right word, but that's definitely what I get off of the Jamaican Blue, a little more than instead of the chocolatey back notes that I usually get. But that's because I drink a lot of sturdier coffees. I don't know, but especially the Robusto, which does get quite a nutty smell. All right, let's go ahead and put our first round of water. We'll top it off after the first drawdown. Get ourselves a nice, good. It's got a nice crema flowing right on top. Go through some, and I'm going to give you a quick, lots of hellos back and forth. So, let's see. Oh yeah, more hellos, just talking. Oh yeah, okay, Attila's here. You can see the spelling of his name. You know, if you need to throw out the link to your channel, you can send him a message on Facebook. That's his name is his name is his name. And he can check his other messages, but it'd probably just be easier if we just highlight them later after the fact. You can pop them to me or just send me a note and I'll add them in the first comments and or to the description just to share those out. I don't want it to be crazy or anything. Well, I do want it to be crazy. It's always crazy here. That's just our way. So I'm going to let this sit for a couple more minutes. And the other thing that we're going to do are miniature frittatas. I have these little silicone pans. I have to say, one thing is they don't get as browned on the bottoms in the silicone. Silicone prevents that, so a glass or a pie dish sometimes produces that nice crispy crust that you would be looking for, but I find this to be a perfect size for one with like a side of bacon. So these are mini cake silicone pans if you do a search for them on Amazon. Over here I have chopped up some smoked chuck roast, a little bit of leftover brisket, and I've got some bacon crumbs. This is some beef broth, and I have 5 eggs that I have beaten up, and then this is just a mixture of smoked salt and regular salt. So I'm going to go ahead and let this start the drawdown. So that'll start flowing through. I'll add a little more fluid to it, but it's really going today. Let's see if I can carefully. Well, actually, if I put it down, so you can see that how it's brewing in there, except for it blends in with my shirt, so maybe not. Anyways, I'm real pleased with the coffee. It smells great. And, you know, I've had Jamaican Blue before, but it has been a really super long time for me. And just, you know, I did give it a 3 grind. So if you have a grinder with dots or numbers, it's on 3. And that was what's going to keep the drawdown going at a good pace, but also not too fast. Oh, hey, there is Renee now. Good evening, Renee. I don't know. It seems like once I actually went live, it cut off your beautiful story. So if you'd like to share it again, please feel free, but also don't feel obligated. So, okay, I'm going to let this finish. And I do have Jamaican Blue facts, or well, they're kind of light. It's not my forte. You know, when we start talking about stuff out of Asia and in Asian countries, I know a lot of facts and stuff about, you know, other regions, not as much. Good evening, Gigi's here. Good to see you. Join us. Oh, Renee, about your father. I thought that was, I'm pretty sure that was you. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure. I thought it was you who told the touching story about your dad before this was actually a full channel. But glorious events, people. I have coffee. 50 Shades. Yes, that is when you posted it. So I'm just going to take my lid off for a second. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I can't even tell you. For this beautiful, beautiful cup of coffee. And now I can sit here and breathe. Because I know, you know, I like it when it gets a chance to rest. So maybe I'll leave those separate. Now, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go fast on mixing this stuff up. And I'm going to go ahead and begin preheating my my Instapot Omni Plus air fryer slash everything. I'm picking the bake mode, and then I am putting it on. It's weird, but I chose potato because that's the setting that has 425 degrees Fahrenheit and 20 minutes. And I'm going to press start to get it preheating. And then hopefully we get this made in time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a layer in the bottom of my silicone of the meats. Let me start. The brisket is stuck together. I like to put a variety of my leftovers in. That's the great thing about frittatas. You can put meats, cheeses, vegetables, whatever you want in them. Frittatas are awesome, and what it actually means is Italian for fried, which technically, because original frittatas tend to have been fried in a pan, like an omelet. It's an open-faced omelet. That's what it really is. But in this case, we're baking it. But there's a lot of fat in here, so the eggs will sort of fry a bit. So there's my brisket down, and here is my smoked chuck roast, which honestly, it's almost the same as brisket. And I like to be generous. You don't have to be as generous as I am if you don't want to, but I like to basically use my egg to sort of hold together the meats. My air fryer felt really quiet, but it's because it's not air frying, it's baking. Oh, hey, we just got the 500 subscribers, so thanks everyone. What awesome support. So let's see. I'm running out of room in here. Some of these are lighter than others. It doesn't matter. I actually don't need a whole meal tonight, so we'll taste one. But too much meat's here. And I'm eyeballing it. If you need to be more exact in your foods right now, you would measure ahead of time as opposed to just throwing it in there. But the nice thing about all of this is that you can just sort of throw it all in there. And now I'm just going to throw my bacon crumbles. Order of operations does actually matter when you're assembling your frittatas. You need your fillings in there first because they sort of help make the bottom sturdy. And in this case, they make everything sturdy because it's mostly meat and very little eggs, which is the opposite of the definition of the frittata, which should be more omelette-y. So, but what I have here is, now I'm going to take my eggs, and with my eggs, I'm going to take my broth. And you mix your broth in there. It doesn't have to be broth, but you do always want to add a liquid to your eggs, whether that's water or broth or some other flavoring in there that you would like to have. Melted butter, but I would not do the melted butter, but I do like, it helps give a fluffier texture to the eggs. And from there, you just pour egg over to kind of fill in the gaps. And hopefully I brought enough egg down. That would be ridiculous if I did not. I was actually thinking I might wind up with leftover egg to scramble up later, but I might have got it just right. Or maybe I'm a little short, but not too bad. So you just put your eggs up in there to hold everything together. And this is still preheating. But the next part is that I have some salt, the mixture of the smoked and the regular, and I just sprinkle a little bit on the top of each one. I'm a little short of egg on this last one here, but I'm not going to worry about it. That's fine. And it's just ticked over, so let's go ahead and plop these in. And the other thing is that I do have to pay attention because the timing's not always exact on these. But the next thing we will do is we will set this towel down so when we get them back out, they don't burn through my washcloth. So that is the cooking and the brewing of the coffee. So let's see who has joined us. Let's see. Yep, the warden is here. Brenda, you made it. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead then and would you guys like to see the giveaway? I've got 2 giveaways today. And full disclosure, I'll give it a few days for you guys to respond and send me the address via email. But I will not actually mail them out until Friday the 18th because I'm hoping that I'll be able to drive by them. If not, at least on Friday, it'll be easier for someone to give me a ride. So what I have here first, this is the big giveaway. This is the Nespresso air frother. So this is your 1-button push. You put your dairy in there and you push the button and it warms it up and froths it light and fluffy for your lattes or your other toppings, all kinds of stuff. So this is big. It's normally like a $90, but for the promotions from Nespresso, they don't individually sell these, so you can't buy this version on the market. They have other versions that they sell on the market. So this is a really nice one because it has the handle. Oops, wrong side. It has the handle. It's real nice. It's sealed in the box, which is why I didn't pull it out to show you. So that's the first giveaway. So we'll give this one away. And this is the Arancino is what this one is called. The Nespresso Arancina. I saw someone mention the Nespresso Aeropress. You can froth nut milk too. Yes, it does. Mine is also this Arancino brand. And man, the almond milk is super fluffy. I really love it. It's fantastic for that. So let's see. Oh, Sharon says she has more kitchen gadgets in the last year than in the last 40 years. Yeah, you know what? And you know, I don't know. She's not on here right now, but if she were, you know who is the worst at influencing me on these things? Christy Davis. And she has more silicone molds. And I'm like, I have a whole Rubbermaid full of silicone molds that Christy Davis has influenced me to buy. And I'm like, but I might need these new ones too. I don't know. Oh, and Jen Delaney says she bought coconut milk instead of almond milk this week. And the coconut milk froths up thick and creamy. I actually like the blend that's coconut almond milk the best. The reason we buy almond milk more though is because both Costco and BJ's, well, and also Sam's Club, sell their 3-packs in the refrigerator section of the unsweetened almond milk. So that's why we get it, because it's cheaper. But if I'm only buying 1 carton of it and I get to my own choice, then I go ahead and I buy the coconut almond blend. So, and that coconut almond blend is really great if you make that pudding from the hard-boiled eggs. Oh, and Bluegrass Girl, you say the almond milk needs a bit of fat to froth. Actually, in this Arancino, it does not. Whatever you pour right up from the carton, it gets super fluffy and it holds, like it does not dissipate. But I do think that fat is an enjoyable and very ketogenic appropriate thing. Oh, and Rickwin says, congrats to Brian and Hoofing It. Their cousin got a smaller buck this week. Oh, great. So I'm going to set this aside. We'll draw for it later. just kind of clearing my table, so now we have space. So this is a keto package giveaways. I know it's a Nut Pods box, but I didn't have boxes to put all of the stuff in here. We've got a box of keto granola bars. These are the dark chocolate cocoa, and it's a box of 4 bars. So the whole thing sealed, new in package. A package of Bunker Hill salt and vinegar cheese crisps. A box of Magic Spoon cereal bars. This is the cookies and cream flavor. Let's see, it's also 4 bars in it. 2 Nut Pods. One is cookie butter and one is toasted marshmallow. And then our favorite electrolyte samples, the Ultima sampler and an LMNT sampler. Yay for LMNT and Ultima for always being so supportive and giving us crap to give away. So, oh, and Jackie says she loves the salt and vinegar Bunker Hill cheese. That's awesome to know. I didn't try the salt and vinegar ones, but I tried all of the other flavors at the convention. I'm questionable on salt and vinegar. Sometimes it gets too strong. So that's our awesome. It's our keto snack giveaway for tonight. So congratulations. We're hitting 500 people. So 2 pretty nice little giveaways. I'll set it aside. Let's taste some coffee. Oh, yes. Delightful. And can I just tell you something? I'm going to whine, and I expect some sass back, probably. I bought a whole bag of this Jamaican Blue coffee, and I was saving it and waiting for this live stream. Oh, thanks, 50 Shades. I'm glad you shared it so people have the opportunity to read that. But I have not tried the cereal bars. The warden is asking about the cereal bars. I have not. So, but we also had those cereal bars, a bunch of them that we had in the KetOH-IO bags. So if somebody ate one of them, they could chime in and share what they thought of them. So, oh, and Brenda says she would like to try the cookie butter nut pod creamer. Oh, Jen is asking about my shirt. Oh, I didn't even think about it. This is a shirt that doesn't wash out in the live stream. Is this shirt? This is a conversation that I don't know if some people are already here, but it's for IMSL. It's International Men's Leather. So in San Jose, they have a big a convention for women of leather communities and LGBTQ communities, and so this is the t-shirt from that. So it's usually about, oh my gosh, like 600 or 700 women at the hotel, and it's just glorious. It's a lovely event. Probably less lovely if you don't like leathery things and if you're not a lesbian. So, just how it goes. But I mean, not to say that there aren't other people that are not lesbians there. There are lots of types of people, but I'm just saying. Oh, I'm gonna pull these out to show you guys how they're coming along. I forgot my my glove, my finger glove, so hopefully I don't burn myself tonight using a towel. Check these out. They are puffing up. Ouch. It's hot, so, let me just touch that some more with my fingers. So it just needs like a few more minutes. Let's see. Oh yeah, man, I'm just like haven't been reading the comment. Let's see. Oh, and Carrie says he's trying to figure out how to make KetOH-IO ice creams. He thought he could use the coconut milk from the can. Not sure. Any suggestions? Let me come back to that, Carrie. We'll talk about it. Let me get through some of these. Let's see. Oh, Brian has been hunting this weekend and got a 14-point buck. Oh my, with one drop time. Wow. That is one old deer. Fantastic. That is an accomplishment. Now the comment I read earlier makes more sense. Oh, and Hungry He says, thanks for wearing the Hungry He shirt that I wore in my last video. Of course. I actually love that shirt. It's really comfortable. Oh, and Lisa agrees that the coconut almond blend milk is really great. Let's see. Exchange Student 2 has rejoined us. Let's see. Oh, gosh, there's a lot of comments. I'm glad you guys are talking. I love that. So let's see. Oh, it says the mixing machine was 50% off. So it was a good deal. Nice. Okay. We've had, yeah. And Sharon says they had a young buck dash through the backyard this morning, had maybe 4 points. You know, some of the deer in our suburban neighborhood are getting mighty big, and it kills me because we are not allowed to do anything about them legally, but they are, A, not that healthy, and they're kind of suffering, but it is what it is. All right, and let's see. Oh, and then Carrie says he doesn't have a creamy to make the ice cream. The KetOH-IO ice cream might be a challenge depending on which blender you have or ice cream machine that you have. Oh, Lisa's asking where I got the Blue Mountain Coffee. I got it in a deal at Costco. They rotate some in their specialty coffee every so often. Let me give these another check because they seem to be cooking really fast today. Oh, yeah. So, that was spectacularly fast. Let me lift one up so you can see. Ouch. Oh, I burned my knuckle. It wouldn't be like me cooking if there wasn't some kind of weird shenanigans. There we go. So you can see how it rose up above and got very poofy. They will sink back down as they cool, but they always raise up like that, even though there's no leavener in it. They get brown and crispy from all of the fat in the meats. So if you aren't using meat or cheese to give it some of that fat, you do want to make sure that you are mixing in some extra fat to it. Yeah, oh, and Carrie says, if not, he understands he splurged the last time, and of course this might be the last time again to buy keto chow. Yeah, however, I will say, if you have like a bullet blender or something, just blend it up with some ice, your regular shake with some ice, and get like a frosty going. Those keto chow slushies are really nice. And let me just get that onto the plate so you guys can see how nice that is. So that's it. That's your frittata. They're so easy, and now we've got them for a couple days. Knowing our household, maybe not a couple days, but it'll be pretty nice up there. So hot. I'm gonna stop touching these things because they're hot. But I'm gonna do something stupid and foolish. So, you know, there's a high opportunity for problematic shenanigans. But I'm just going to move this over here to get it out of the way. And while that cools, I'm going to have another sip of coffee. And it's 7 o'clock. So why don't we then go ahead and see about the first drawing? But yeah, the Jamaican Mountain can be expensive, and I've got my my coffee facts here that I'll talk to you guys about in a minute, and that will kind of explain why it is. So, let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, the bullet blenders will, yeah. Yeah, use your good blender then, whatever good blender you have, and just mix it with ice. It won't be, blend it up with ice. It won't be ice cream, but it will be quite tasty and refreshing with nice. So, I need an artist for the drawing. Oh, and Jen says she made a frittata with bacon, Swiss, and spinach. I think spinach. Oh, she thinks that spinach tried to kill her. Uh, it's gonna take some time because you were restricted. So those are a lot of foods, and spinach is like a, for me, a further down the line kind of introduction because of the fiber in it. Vegetables will be harder because they need a few days. That's going to do what I said in my reintroduction video, where you have grumbles for a couple days, but you need to eat more of it and very consistently for a few days to reinvigorate your gut biome and also determine if it actually is giving you a problem or if it's just because it's newly being reintroduced. So, uh, let's go ahead and do the snacks. Let me switch this over. And let's see. I have to find the page. There we are. I'm going to click the button. Anything goes. Include replies, but not duplicates. Sounds good to me. Let's see what it says. Uh-oh. I can't find the comments. Let me think on this for a minute. Huh. I don't know why it's not working, so let me, sorry guys, maybe we will have to repaste things here. Now you're going to get some weird stuff on the screen. Let me move it back and play with it. It's worked in the past, so I don't know what's up with it. Oh, I know. 1 second. I know what I have to do, so give me a second for some technical things. Just 1 minute here. I have to push a bunch of buttons, and we will be right there. Oh, goodness gracious. Hang on, I have to get a keyboard. Oh, just a minute. See? What did I say though? However, it's just a little technical. It should be working because it has done so in the past. Me. I believe this should do it, but I will. Let's try once more. If not, we'll have to figure something out. Oh, okay. You guys, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it will have to be a later giveaway. Yeah, I don't know what's the matter with it. So, hey, Marianne. No, Marianne, but yeah, it's supposed to pick from the chat. I've had it happen. I've worked it before, but, well, let me stop screwing around. Okay. Just give me a few minutes and let me see what we can do. I will, give me a minute. Well, that's Facebook. Okay. Sorry about that. Shut the website and try it again. Yeah, give me Well, I don't know, guys. I'm having struggles here, and I think I need a little assist. Oh, Jackie, can it be live or does it have to be an established video? I've used it during the live streams before. In fact, I used the live last time. So, but let me just check something here, and not all is not lost. It's just might take me a second to try something. Actually, I don't know what it is because now I've done another thing here, and it is not working for me. So I think what I'm going to do is, so I'm sorry that if I can't announce it here on the live, but yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to waste our time. Just a minute. So let's do some comments, and let me just say I don't know why it's not working, but we can. So, and hey, Attila, if you are there, I do need an assist, but we can just talk to it a little bit later. Oh, hey, I see some new people too, Vianne and Dad here, and I think what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately, is not do the poll right here during the live stream, but I can pull it. I don't know if Attila can fix it or not. I actually think I'm going to have to do a reboot, which I don't think I want to do that while we're actually live. Marianne says, Joe always turns something on, waits for chats, and then picks. Yeah, and I have clicked all of the stuff, but what I'll do is I'll have to do a reboot, and I will just pull from the chat and then do it actually exactly what Exchange Student 2 is saying. I'll announce it tomorrow on my daily food video. But everybody who is on here now will be eligible to win, and it'll be one of you guys. It'll just be a delayed announcement, but you saw the really cool stuff. And so it's a nice huge snack, and then also the frother. And I should be able to fix it with a big reboot of my machine, and it should be able to pick from the chat. Although I would appreciate, I do like comments on the videos too. Just weird. I don't know what's the matter with it, but we will get it going. So that's my new plan. So those are the two things we're going to give away, and then I'll just announce our winners tomorrow. But leave your comments and all of that other fun stuff, and we'll punt as always. Oh, technical things. It wouldn't be a live stream without some weird technical glitches. And just so you know, it's the exact same, all of the things that you turn on and all of that stuff. Just like I did with the last giveaway that I did for us all. So I don't know what the deal is. Oh, anyways, so let's go back to a couple things here. Yeah, the coffee is delicious, and I said I would explain a couple things to you about like why the Jamaican Blue is more expensive than a lot of coffees. It is part of it is because one of the nicknames it has is called the champagne of coffees, and that's not because it has a champagne taste, but it's because in order to be Jamaican Blue coffee, there are only certain regions of the Jamaican Blue Mountains where it can grow and be harvested, because it is the high volcanic soil combined with the heavy rainfall, and it has a lot of cloud cover as opposed to the bright sun beating down. So what happens then is that the growth of the coffee bean is changed video. So that's what gives the coffee that slightly more floral and slightly more sweet than some coffees. And a lot of people say it's a richer cup of coffee. I don't know if I taste richer so much as I'm going to go with, I do agree that it's a slightly more sweet leaning, but I also think it tastes a little more acidic. That citrusy acid taste that I was saying that I smelt. Uh, let's see, but basically it's because it's regional and those things that I just talked about, the excess rain and the volcanic soil of the Jamaican Blue Mountains, they have a higher nitrogen content. And so the actual coffee beans themselves are a denser coffee bean. Uh, so if you are someone who will crunch down on a coffee bean and you do things like you make chocolate covered coffee beans, these are a good candidate for that. They play very well with the chocolate, even though it's not a chocolate leaning flavor. I'm ready for a bite now that this is no longer screaming hot. And let me cut this in half. I don't think you can really see the texture, but you can see what happened is, well, I don't know if you can see, but the eggs are on the bottom and the meat has come to the top. So I've got a lot of nice, beautiful meat, crisped up on the top. And then it goes about halfway down, and then there's a nice egg layer, and then the bottom is nice and light. And the egg texture itself is very fluffy. Part of that fluffiness comes from the high temperature, meaning the cooler egg and the cold chilled meats. Sort of like a thing that happens when you make Yorkshire puddings, where you get the grease screaming hot, but then you put in the cold egg batter, and that's what makes it puff up. Same things happens with Dutch babies. Okay, it's really, really good. All right, and Brenda is asking when my BBBE is over. That's right, I have a BBBE update. So our last day is Wednesday. However, our household has agreed that BBBE-wise, we're more or less fine. And some of the food is less than inspiring than it was when we first started. But we're not like unhappy or miserable with food. What we are unhappy and miserable with is that it is in the 30s and it has been snowing and the weather is crappy and we are cold and we miss our afternoon cup of coffee. So we have decided that since every single person has lost a fair amount of weight, that we all feel that we have made our peace with our appetites and that we all feel very healthy and pretty good, that we are going to go ahead and starting tomorrow, allow that second cup of coffee. Oh, I can't tell you, that was like the number one thing that I'm just like so over it. The coffee deprivation, it just, I'm a grumpy bear. I miss it. By the afternoon, I'm about through with people at the office. All I want to do is just have some relaxation. And so we've decided that we're going to go ahead and do that piece of reintroduction. The main reason to reduce the caffeine so extremely for BBBE is not an allergen related, it's an appetite related, and we feel that we have accomplished really getting a handle on all of that. So we're good for that. Let's see. Anyways, it's really good, and I don't need to eat because I ate as it came out of the cooler from resting. I ate some brisket and some chuck roast, and this morning I had scrambled eggs with a whole bunch of bacon. So who knows? I don't know what the deal is, but crazy stuff. So let's see. Oh, and 50 Shades says that 100% Kona is yummy as well. Oh, and reminders to go smash that thumbs up button. Yes, please do. It's exciting because we have many people. Oh, and Rickwood says after watching Ketogenic Woman, they were going to go look for oxtails. I love ossobuco, and we love the oxtails in general. Not only do we like to just eat the meat, but we like to use it and prepare it, and then we take the meat and then we throw the bones back in with like neck bones and stuff like that, and we use it and continue with our bone broth. It's really good for that. So, and you can do them in many, many kinds of preparations. So I highly encourage getting the oxtails. And Lisa says the crispy meat on top is a nice texture. You guys, I feel really bad about the giveaway. I was so excited, but it's just not working. And I've tried several things over here, and it's just not taken. So, but like I said, but now you've seen the giveaway stuff, and I can show them to you again just as a reminder. But you guys know about the arancino frother. Let me grab it. I'll grab them again real quick. So tomorrow, when I get my video together, I'll get that drawing taken care of and announce it during that video. It will announce the winners, and it will be awesome. The Nespresso Arancino, and then also our keto snack giveaway, which has the Magic Spoon cereal bars, the Monk Pack Keto granola bars, Bunker Hill, salt and vinegar cheese crisp. The Bunker Hill is my favorite of all of the cheese crisps. I don't know, they've really got their flavors on point. The cookie butter nut pod creamer, a toasted marshmallow nut pod creamer, and then the 2 samplers of the electrolytes. Also, for those of you that were at KetOH-IO, if you tried your cereal bar sample yet, let us know what you thought of them, because the warden was curious and I did not, because we were just starting that was our last hurrah day, and we were then starting the BBBE. So I didn't. Actually, I have one in my swag bag, but it's just the individual bar, and I don't know what flavor it is. You know, I'm not in a rush. I can just leave these things here so you can see them. I don't know if you care about looking at boxes, but they're there. So, but I wanted to just say extra nice things about Element. You guys, they sponsor everybody. And I know it's because they want to make sales, but they give away a buttload of crap all the time. They gave us a bunch of stuff for KetOH-IO. They gave me a couple more sample packs for this giveaway. You know, they were present at Keto Palooza. You know, on the tables and stuff. We had several boxes of Element there. I see them on all of the YouTube channels. They've got all kinds of stuff. So, man, they really put it out there. I'm hoping that after some more talking, that maybe they will be able to sponsor some cycling or sporting events here. That would be amazing. I'd love that so much better than Gatorade, who gets all the business. And I'm sorry, I can't have Gatorade at the rest stop. All right, let's see what we've got here. Has anyone made dehydrated bacon? I have not, but I also saw that post for the dehydrated bacon, and let me tell you, this baby right here has a dehydrate button on it, and so I am really tempted. I've never tried any such thing, but you know, that post mentioning that sounded pretty freaking amazing, and I feel like I really want to try it. So it does sound like it takes a lot of time, so I want to make sure it's on a day when I don't want to use this device, because it does, and I don't want to dig out my actual dehydrator, which is little and round. Oh, Sharon says the monk pack was her favorite from the swag bags. Yeah, I've always liked all of the monk pack stuff. I don't, like I said, I haven't tried the magic spoon bars, but kudos to them for being like really generous. Just like the Element, you know, they sent us stuff for KetOH-IO, and then on top of that, then they were like, oh, okay, you know, just in chatting, sent a little thing. So, and Just Jen is asking me if I have any single player games you can highlight on your vlog. Why, actually, I have some games that have solo mode rules, so I most certainly can. And some of the games that I've talked about do have rules for solo play. But I wanted to show some meatier games on there, so I think I will pull a couple of those over the next few days to share. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, I'm so irritated that that pool won't work. Like now, you know, like when something gets in your head, it's just like, it's making me bonkers. But I know I can't fix it without a reboot and doing all kinds of stuff, so I just have to let it go. Let it go, which is easier said than done. I love tech stuff, so yeah. Oh, and for those of you who would be interested in the February 18th KetOH-IO restaurant meetup, let me know what you think about trying a new venue, or if you want to go back to the same one. I gotta admit, the same one, they had quite a lot of food that we could eat, and they were so accommodating. I'm fairly tempted to say, like, maybe they want a regular thing, but I don't know. I'd also love trying things. All right, let's see. Oh, and Rickwin is generously letting Renee know that they would share some of their blueberry keto chow. Very kind, because that's a hot commodity. So, all right. So that's awesome. Very generous. Always love how much we support each other. Let's see. Oh, and Rickwin says they got 5 of the blueberry because he heard Chris say he had a blue tongue, so he immediately went to the site and was able to order it before they announced it. Aha! Very smart. Yeah, I actually didn't get any of the blueberry this time around because I was in a meeting and then it was too late. It was gone in an hour and a half, so wow. Let's see. So I missed out on the blueberry, but that's okay because we have tons of keto chow. And we've been actually trying to work through our current supply before we order more, even though it means we're missing out some of our favorites, and some of our favorites are out of stock. So it's going to be interesting, but we're good with whatever. So, oh, and just to show you guys, now that these have cooled, they did sink back down, and so now they're regular size. But like I said, they're still really perfectly shaped. It's like just perfect. So in the morning, now you guys know it's like a preview of tomorrow's daily vlog. What am I having for breakfast? A frittata with a side of bacon. Maybe I'll switch it up a bit and have it with a slice of roast beef. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Exchange Student 2 says a new restaurant in town has a prime rib buffet on Sundays for less than $30. Oh, wow. Oh, they're going to lose money on me if I had that access. I love me some prime rib. And for $30, I'm just saying, I would be having a lovely OMAD. That's for sure. They'll probably get sick of me because every 2 minutes I'll be there like, how about one more slice? Just give me 2 slices. How about 3? You know what? If you just give me a chunk about this big and put it on the plate, I promise I will eat it. So, And Renee adds that she can eat her weight in prime rib. Exactly. I love prime rib. And the exchange student 2 is asking how I like the blueberry pie. If I like it best. Oh, how do I like it best? Ice cream or something else? You know, that's hard. I tried it as ice cream. I tried it as a regular shake. And I tried it as custard. And I think that it probably tasted best just as the plain old shake. But the ice cream was really delicious. The custard was really mild. I feel like the custard could be bumped up with a little splash of extract or maybe some actual blueberries added. But let me tell you, I was not sorry about it in any way, shape, or form. And I think if you added real blueberries, the waffles would be phenomenal, but I never tried them that way. I have one packet of blueberry scurried away for a special treat time, so it's a really good flavor. I really hope that it comes back. And Strong, you did not miss everything because you are here in the chat now, and I had technical difficulties. The pick a winner decided to not function. It did not take my live stream chat, even though it was supposed to be able to do so. So we're going to I will reboot my computer, and then I will do the picks and announce the winners tomorrow on my daily vlog. If I can help it, maybe I don't want to make any promises, but I will announce the winners on the daily vlog. It will be awesome, wonderful, and amazing. And Lisa, our Stacy, rather, we have 2 giveaways. One is this frothing Arancino. It's the Nespresso Arancino. And then the other giveaway we have is a keto snack pack with a couple nut pods, some electrolytes, granola bars, pseudo bars, and cheese wisps. Oh, and Mian says that it was announced. Let me know if I said that right. I sort of took a stab at it. That it was announced that it will come back. Yes, but I want it to be in big bags. You know, the full deal. The replacement for my beloved s'mores that is not coming back. Because, like me and 2 other people loved it. So, but that's okay. I still have some s'mores stored away as well. I really, really super stocked up. Like, my sales alone on the s'mores, because I loved it so much, were probably half the reason that their sales looked well. Oh, and Marianne says it was announced that it would be back in the spring. So, yeah. I know that all of the flavors will come back. Actually, the flavor that I need to come back in stock pretty soon is the raspberry cheesecake. Blue Dove says they sold out so fast again, so here's hoping they make tons in the spring. I get it though, you know what? Ingredients, and like I said, a lot of stuff is crazy right now. And you know what? There is very little keto chow that I don't enjoy. For me, the only flavors that I am not thrilled with is the mocha and the tomato basil. I feel like there might be something else that I'm not like excited about, but honestly, everything else is fine. And I'm even fine with mocha waffles. Let's see. Sharon says the banana, chocolate peanut butter, and caramel macchiato are her 3 favorites. Yeah. Oh, Marianne also loves the s'mores. Oh, see, it's me and you, and like I said, and like 3 other people. Eggnog is only coming back in singles. That's correct. And I'm okay with that, but they better be prepared because we ran out of the eggnog. And when those singles come in, it has been made very clear that I should order quite a lot of it. Because I didn't, because we were going on BBBE and we had so much keto chow that I really needed us to take care of it. Lisa says she's not a fan of the apple pie. Anybody want it? Let me, she will send it to somebody. So, If you don't get a taker for that apple pie, Lisa, try it as waffles and mix in a little bit of a chayote squash that you have boiled in and then sprinkled some cinnamon on it. Oh, Renee's not a fan of the mint one. Oh, how are we even friends? I love chocolate mint. There is very little in the way of chocolate mint that I do not just absolutely adore. Oh, and there you go, Lisa. Bluegrass Girl says she'll buy it from you. But, so, anyways, so we didn't do a live drawing, but we did show live giveaway stuff, and now there are a bunch of you who are eligible to win this tomorrow, and it's going to be very exciting. I will get everything shipped out on the 18th as long as you email me back right away with your address. Hey, Attila, you want to put my address right into the chat, radicalgeek42@gmail.com? I don't know if he's listening. I hear there's footsteps upstairs, but I don't know if that's that, or I mean, could be people, could be cats, because did you know that when they are upstairs, the cats become like 200-pound beasts that race through the hallways? Crazy times. And Hoofin' says chocolate and chocolate mint are her favorites. Try a scoop of the chocolate equip in the banana, and love that too. Caramel macchiato and pumpkin are 50 Shades favorites. I don't know. Every time I try some, I change my mind on my favorites. S'mores is still my favorite. S'mores is my ultimate favorite because it gives me childhood affection memories. But Jen says, yes, her cats also turn into elephants when they run up and down the stairs. So... all right, so I told you about frittatas, how they're basically, and we've made open-face omelets in the fry pan. Do you know that technically open-face omelets and frittatas are the same thing? So the other thing I would tell you is just prepare that if you make a full-size frittata and you use a pie dish, it will just take more time, but you're still going to want to use that higher temperature. Don't worry that the top gets browned, and in your pie dish, it won't be pale on the bottom like these. It will continue to get crispy, and it'll be like a crispy little crust all around. So that will happen in your pie dish. It just doesn't happen in the silicone because the silicone retains the fat and moisture in a different way. And Just Jen is asking what's going to be my first BBBE coffee talk, my first non-BBBE coffee talk next week. So even though I will have already reintroduced a couple food items, I think that because it is one of my favorite dishes anyway, that it will be a perfect time to do eggs royale. Because the first thing I am reintroducing is the salmon. And so I feel like I could cook up some salmon, and it gives us the opportunity for me to show you guys how to make hollandaise one more time. For those of us who haven't seen the hollandaise sauce before, show you how to do it old school, right on the double boiler, old fashioned. Whisk my arm away. You know, it might fall off on the camera, depending on how it's going that night. But we can make a good old fashioned hollandaise so that you can learn how to do it and never have to worry about it again. And Exchange Student 2 says she's into raw yolks right now. It's the only way I choose my eggs. I don't know. I'm on the fence about the raw yolks. I like the raw yolks if I have whipped them up a lot. I really like them if I have taken the time to really, really like almost triple the volume by incorporating the air. I have a lot of dishes that use just the yolk, and then when you bust it open, like over the top of meats and stuff. And for some reason, I just don't love the texture as much as after I have whipped it. So that's how I prefer them. The Avon, Indiana meetup is December 3rd at BW3's from 11 to 2. I am noting that down. Ooh, and I do love me some chicken wings. So I'll note that. Hey, Tilla, you want to go to Indiana? We can have a family car trip. I don't know who else we can drag along. Probably just the two of us. We are like our road shenanigans. But might be just me. You can let me know later. But I will definitely be there. I think that sounds delightful. Because Renee says, Q Stewie, cool whip. So, and this will be awesome. With the whip, just so you know, you can froth just about anything. The almond milk, coconut milk, it all works in there. So, I was really excited to give this away live. It's irritating me that it didn't work as supposed to, but we'll get it. You guys just let me know. Like I said, I'll announce it tomorrow, and I've lost track of everything that I said. I told you about the Jamaican Blue Coffee, so I do think that I have finished everything that I was going to say tonight. So any last minute questions or anything like that? Oh, I know what I didn't tell you. Hilarious, fun, mythical things about Jamaican Blue Coffee. We don't know this for a fact, but it's one of those, there's always stories. Always stories. They say that the Jamaican Blue Coffee was created by a decision from in the 1700s by the French king Louis XV, because he made a special gift of coffee plants to the French colonies, and that is where it then traveled to the southwest of Jamaica, and one of the plants was then gifted to the governor of Martinique, and that is how they started growing the coffee in the Jamaica Blue Mountains. So I don't know, it's kind of a lot to take that these three little plants made it also that far gifted back in the 1700s, but you never know. Urban legends, mythical history. I don't know. Hard to think of how one little plant traveled 2,000 miles and then created an elite specialty coffee, but stranger things have happened, right? And Brenda agrees that texture makes a big difference in eggs. Yeah, yep. It sure does. Oh, let's see. Oh, and Jackie, I would say it doesn't hurt to ask. You don't know, a lot of these companies are super supportive. I would hit them up just to send them an Instagram message or an email through their website. You're right that in 2 weeks it might be hard for some of them to do it, but a lot of them will be able to pull it off. And Keto will usually send some chocolates out to you. I can't promise, of course, because I don't work for Keto, but you know how supportive Chris and Miriam are. Send a note to Lynette and ask her. She'll let you know if they can pull it off or not. So, all right, guys, it is 7:39. I'm going to head off and get ready to get off my ankle and up to bed, which, by the way, yes, it is doing better. It's a little tender today because yesterday I did more than I should have. I'm very frustrated, but I hope that this week's live stream was much better than last week's, because last week was terrible, but I was hurting so bad that I should have used my better brain and said I was skipping a live stream, but I did not. Only one live stream will be skipped ever, and that's going to be the one during OhioCon, because I know that will be too much. So I hope you guys have an amazing time, and hopefully I see many of you tomorrow on Keto on the Couch. And then I will, like I said, we'll be announcing some awesome winners on the daily vlog. So see you later. Good night, everyone. You have a fantastic, fantastic Monday morning and a great Sunday night. Bye-bye.